Good morning, I'm Cindy Rang.
And I'm Brianna Motzkus, and we're from the Fabric Patch.
My daughter and I have owned and operated a busy quilt shop in Washington State for over 20 years. We have a retreat center, an active YouTube channel, and a large pattern line featuring our creations. My 2 sons work on machines. One daughter-in-law is our videographer, and the other is a long-arm quilter. We are a family that love each other, we laugh together, and every once in a while we get some work done. We have a crew that are saints for their efforts at keeping us on track. Thanks for joining us on our wild ride.
Good morning! We are so tired. Who's more tired?
I think it's me. I don't know. So
I'm older, so my bones are tired.
Oh my God! So
Robert couldn't believe. I don't know if you heard this. I don't know if you've read the newsletter. You know that finally
she's
we're
out.
Moved. I'm out. And those last few little boxes not last few. There's probably a dozen boxes. That's like, I kind of not sure. They loaded them up and took them to my house. Mm-hmm. So it is super gross. Yeah. And then we were able to get her in, but Robert, who her husband is, of course, this 6'3", great big muscle-bound guy. And he is dragging, and he could not believe, I don't know that you heard him say
I might have missed it.
How strong you are.
Me?
He says, man, she's strong. I said, I know.
He's lucky.
I know, these farm girls, you know. So he was pretty impressed.
Yeah, it is, oh God, it's a lot of work. So, it's crazy. I was telling him yesterday, we were moving bookshelves from our basement. It's like, I'm so glad I'm not married to some scrawny little dude.
Oh, yeah.
I said, we would not be able to do this. He's like, yeah, he's hoisting up this bookshelf.
I know, he's thinking this thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Monday,
and you guys have big furniture.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Big furniture.
You don't think about that, but think about it. We told
Because when you order it, somebody delivers it and brings it to you.
And they don't look like they're struggling.
No.
These guys are
and then now when you move it.
Yeah.
I guess some people hire moving companies.
Yeah. I should have done that.
Is that a thing out here?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know that we have one of those. Well, too late now.
Right. It's not happening. Robert's like,
we're
not
to know that it would have cost you $200.
Oh my gosh, Robert would be so mad. But we had Monday night, or after school, we had Eliza, Jordan dropped Eliza off to help us. So I had some of the easy stuff of my sewing room left, which was just the folded fabric in the bookshelf into a box. So it's like, Eliza, I got a job for you. I said, just fill the box. And I had appropriate size boxes, knowing that if she fills it super, super full, it's not going to be too heavy for me or Robert to walk up the stairs. And we're like, oh my God, and we're moving this bookshelf, and it's a little bookshelf, it's just a little cheapy one for Walmart, and I'm like, oh my God, I never knew this bookshelf was so heavy, and he's like, I just think we're tired, because I'm not doing this one-handed today. But she did really good, and we were telling her she's laughing at us, because we're like struggling getting up the ground. I'm like, I just have really good advice for you, Eliza. When you're old enough to get your own place, whether you're renting, whatever, I said, here's some things. No basement. Basement's bad. I said, all you need is a TV or a computer, whatever, and a bed and a beanbag chair. And she's like, well, why a beanbag chair? I said, couches are heavy. You can't move a couch. So that's all you need. A bed, a TV, and a beanbag chair. That's it. That's all you need. Anything else, it's not worth it. It is not worth it. No. I'll get 3 beanbag chairs and you're ahead of the game. So she's giggling and she's like, yeah, okay, whatever. She's, like, you'll know.
Oh, just make sure you choose your friends carefully and they're all...
Yeah, super muscle bound. But she was really helpful. She did a really good job. She's actually pretty strong. I was
really those skinny little legs,
she is.
Little arms.
I think she plays her little skinny little, notebook kind of girl.
I can't do it.
She's super strong. She can carry 3 bookshelves at one time up a stair.
Wow.
I was a little like, honey, don't hurt my wall. But she was fine. She hauled the bookshelves upstairs. She held some little boxes upstairs. She was strong. She probably slept really good last night. She was up and down those stairs.
So I lost my coffee.
Oh yeah. So
I've reached for it multiple times. And I keep reaching for this.
Yeah. So we did good. So I think the basement is pretty much cleaned out. I should have put the kids downstairs and put my sewing room upstairs. because, dude, fabric is not
Well,
light.
and I think if your kids would have been older, you
Yeah.
eventually would have done that so they could just trash the downstairs
Yeah, it
and
would have been
stay
super
down there.
funny.
But your kids are babies.
Yeah,
So you don't need them down there
can't do
where
that.
you don't know what
Even
they're doing.
Robert was thinking, oh, well, we should move our bedroom downstairs. It's like, well, I can't hear the kids.
Yeah.
I was like, we could do baby monitor. No.
Uh-uh.
I need to be to them. You know, and that's
Yeah.
the learning curve, I think, in, you know, your house in Quincy, is I can't, if I'm in this room, I can't hear anybody.
Right.
If I'm in the closet or in our bedroom, I can't necessarily, I mean, I can
Right.
kind of hear something, so it's funny, and Ruger
Right.
does not like it either. He
No.
paces, so I was last night.
Who's he supposed to watch?
Yeah, so Robert had taken a bath because he had to wake up and go to work this morning, so I don't know if he's happy or sad about it, but he's like,
Go
"Oh."
to work to rest.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's like, I'm just gonna do an office day today, because dude. But he was in taking a bath and getting ready for bed, and I was in the sewing room, which is an entire different section of the house.
Different wing of the house.
Yes, totally.
Which is really good because
Yeah.
we loved that because, you know,
The kids
you
would be
don't
sleeping.
you don't hear what's
Right.
going on the other side of the house. But if your kids are little,
Yeah.
not so good.
So Ruger, poor guy, he would, and even Benelli did it a few times, and then she finally gave up, and I don't know where she ended up, but he would come.
Benelli and Ruger are the dogs.
Yes, my dogs. Ruger.
Oh, and last time somebody said, I don't understand. Who is Jack? And why is he living with you? I forgot to tell
sorry.
you that.
Oh, Jack is my long arm.
Yeah. His name is Jack.
The reason he is Jack is because he is black and he is 21 inches long.
He's
So,
the only one
Black
ever
Jack.
made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
She
that's
was a
funny.
favorite person of Neil Schwarzenegger, the owner and designer of Anova quilting machines. We
Yeah.
used to sell Anova. And so he only ever made one
Yeah.
21-inch black Jack, and Brianna has it.
Yeah, I got it as a graduation gift. So, yeah, that is who Jack is. It also took Robert some time to realize who the hell Jack.
I love Jack.
Who's Jack? Yeah, I know.
Don't
dude,
touch Jack.
Dude, it's my sewing machine.
Jack and I are standing up all night long.
It took him a while. Now he's like, oh yeah, Jack. You know. And when we say it in front of people who don't know who Jack is,
You have to remember. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's what somebody else
I'm
said. I watch
sorry.
you all the time. I do not know
Who
this
is Jack?
is.
Yeah, Jack is my long arm.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ruger is our little blue-red healer who is in love with Harper. He will let that girl do anything. It is crazy to watch. And then Benelli is our older chubbier. She's definitely a Robert dog.
A rescue dog who
Yes,
is
she's our rescue
maybe
dog.
part Doberman, maybe? What
Part
do you think?
Rottweiler, part I don't know. She looks like a Rottweiler coloring wise, but she's got like the back legs of a German Shepherd. I don't know. She's a good old mutt.
She's a whole
but,
bunch of things.
She's a very sweet dog. She really does let the kids do anything,
And she smiles. I
She
love
does.
her little smile.
she does.
She does a little Elvis.
I know. Yeah, she does. It's pretty good.
She's adorable.
She's also that dog that loves people, loves kids, loves anything, but she has that big dog bark. So she's kind of seems like she's scary, but she's not saying anything mean. She just wants your lunchbox. Whereas everyone is always intrigued by Ruger because he's quiet and hiding in the back.
We're going to link a video. I think we can do that, right? Can I send you that video that I took of when Ruger was chasing the plane?
Oh, God.
If it's my iPhone video, can you
We can
Maybe
upload it to
put it in
YouTube.
there? Can you put it in the video so they can see it? Maybe.
We can't be a link, but I can add it to.
You can
Oh, okay.
add it to it.
Okay.
We never know when we add a picture if the quality is good. I felt bad because we watched back, and last week when we showed the picture of the fabric from Scotland, we noticed the picture, the focus wasn't right, but
Yeah.
she did everything she could. But I think it's just that it is different.
Well, and it
But
came a long way.
We'll put in a video of
yeah.
Ruger in our backyard now, Brianna's backyard, and he is just this tough little guy and a spray paint. He was literally chasing the spray paint. Spray
Plane.
plane.
A crop duster.
Crop duster. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Pretty funny.
That was a couple years ago, but he still does that. He's crazy.
He's a crazy dog.
When we got home last night, he was super excited and he was exhausted. It's like, what were you doing all day? Like, what was happening? Because it was
Chasing people?
obvious that he has also been sitting in my round chair. It's not new furniture.
I was going to tell you about
He
that.
was so stupid.
I was gonna tell you about
It is covered in Ruger hair.
Oh, I was going to tell you about that.
Little
So
butt.
Dad got home, got to your house
yeah.
last night.
Did he tell you?
No. Oh, so Dad, he stopped at the Quincy house because he's very fussy. He just wants to make sure that all of the little maintenance that he hasn't done, because he is our maintenance man, and he's very fussy. He's a perfectionist about everything. And there were things over the last couple of years that we needed to get done and didn't do, so he's fixing everything. Oh, I'm going to paint this for you, and I'm going to clean that for you, and I'm going to fix that little hole right there, and all these weird little things. So the last thing is the little bifold door for the heater. He took that off to repaint it and clean it, and the paint was drying. It needed to dry for 24 hours. So last night after work, he had to stop to put that door back on. Well, anyway, he goes in the front door, and both of the dogs are on the couch.
Oh my God!
And all of a sudden, Ruger kind of went
like, oh yeah.
And then he sees it's Dad. It's like. Oh. And he lays back down, and he rolls over to show his tummy leg. Hey, come
help me out.
Me. And Dad's looking at him like, I don't think you're supposed to be on that couch.
And I think you should be worried that I'm in your house.
I know. And so Dad just he scratches his little tummy, and he walks off, and it's like, you're going to get in trouble. But so anyway, he was pretty sure that when you guys walk in, he leaps off the couch.
Yeah, he was.
But Benelli was like, oh,
thank God it's you. Yeah, the other night, it must have been, I don't think it was, I think it was the night we just got the kids back. So Brittany watched the kids for me, was it Saturday night?
Yeah.
Saturday,
yeah.
Oh, yes. Do you hear that voice?
Friday night.
5 kids.
Oh. She, bless her heart. She's a trooper.
Jordan was no help. Watching this, no help.
No.
So, yeah, it's a lot because the girls are the same age, the boys are the same age, and they, the girls fight about different, because they all like the same things.
Well, they saw the little baby shark. Don't touch my baby shark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
the girls.
So
they act
it's
like
a
sisters.
lot. And it was also rainy.
So it can be outside.
Part of Saturday and part of, so it was,
Bedlam.
We got a lot done, so we definitely appreciate Brittany watching them, but the dogs didn't like not having the kids there. I don't know if they've ever not had the kids with them.
They were
so
upset.
They were having a hard day.
That you obviously moved.
Yes.
And didn't bring the children.
Yeah. That was exactly what they felt.
I think they might have been secretly happy that they made the cut.
Yeah.
But why don't the kids
Why are
get
my
to
kids
come?
here? Yeah. So the next, Brittany brought them over Saturday, so they were there Saturday night and everything. And I was doing something in the playroom or something. I was putting stuff away, and I walk out, and Bonelli's on the big brown couch, the big sectional. And it's like, what are you doing? And she kind of moans, but she's laying all sprawled out. Her legs are like falling off the couch.
Because in Grandma's
she's
house,
exhausted.
I know, but in Grandma's house the rules were different.
I know they could
because they were
they were grand puppies.
Would sit right. He would sit there and say, "Come on, jump up on my lap."
Yeah,
and a big dog would jump up on Papa's lap, and so it might.
At least they're on the old
Papa
furniture.
rules or is it
right? What are we doing?
House rules. It's gonna take a little while, and I think same thing with the kids.
I'm just glad it's the old furniture. They have not gotten on the new ones yet, which is good. But still dog hair because they are not. They have definitely adapted to in-dog house.
We have a doggy door.
Yeah.
Because we are old. We're not going to get up every couple minutes when somebody's scratching at the door. Yeah. It's like, let the dog out. So as soon as we lost all of the children, a doggy door came in. I'm not going to be the one to let that damn dog out again. Yeah. And so, everybody come and go, come and go, come and go.
Because our dogs, when we were in town, were always outside. They occasionally came in just for a little bit to hang out, and then they'd go back and they'd sleep outside. They'd do everything outside. They are stinky outside dogs. So they have very quickly accepted that,
we get to be in?
Right here.
It is hot outside.
Yeah. So
the wind is blowing a
I
little.
now realize how Mom's dog got all fat and happy so quickly because our dogs, they are down that fat and happy trail.
Yeah. But all you have to do is, because it's out in the country, and so we've got O&M roads, farmer roads that go by us, and every once in a while, several times a day, a farmer's pickup will drive by fairly slow. And we could see it from a ways away, and that's all we had to do at our house was yell, "Pick up." And boom! Everybody jumps up and runs.
Yeah, and slides.
Runs, bursts through the doggy door to bark at the pickup. Yeah. So
I'm sure that's why Ruger was exhausted yesterday. I bet there was a whole lot to be barking.
Pick up.
Yeah.
Pick up.
So I don't know. So it's
Anyway,
good though,
it's all good. And we're finally, and I think that, because we've kind of been a little lax, we have a bunch of things that we needed to do and wanted to get done, some shows, some YouTube things that we said we were going to do, and we're just, it's difficult to live in chaos, don't you find? You know, all of those boxes and all of those things, it's so chaotic, and it's just difficult to focus on stuff. So we've really tried to get our life in order. Plus right now is the time we need to get our gardens in. So it has been a little bit crazy, but we feel like this week of a little bit more madness this weekend, and then we feel like life is going to be good, and we're going to make it up to you, because next week is going to start our Mother's Day specials. So be sure, and I think, are we going to let the newsletter go out on Monday, or we're just going to do a special newsletter on Monday?
I think we should do a special one.
A special newsletter on Monday about our little Mother's Day things and how we're going to do that for you guys for this year, and then the regular newsletter on Tuesday, and that'll have our new Zoom classes and some of the new things that we're doing. So, and then so that's good. So we'll be back to normal and rested. We won't have these dark circles under our eye. Well, we might.
I was gonna do my hair, but I don't even know what's happening.
I know, I couldn't do mine either. It's like,
I just put makeup on in this first time for
We're all
6
friends.
days. I don't know. Yeah. You got some eye goodness going on. Oh my gosh, eye goodness. Friggin' Wyatt. So this kid, we have this really big bunk bed that we put in his room, and he was super excited we were putting it up because it's like Eliza's
big boy
bed, and it's big, and he was super excited. Is not sleeping in it. He's kind of afraid, which I don't blame him.
It is really high up there.
It's really high up there, and even though he has a nightlight in his bedroom, it's still dark. So it's all good. He's got his team of stuffed animals, a whole lot.
There must be 40?
Maybe all sizes. Big ones, little ones, babies. Yeah. So he's sleeping amongst them. He's very happy. And Robert's like, oh my gosh.
Picture what is that? Home Alone? No, Phone Home. What is E.T.?
Oh yeah. Oh god.
E.T. with all of the in his face. That's what it looks like.
This little boy above all the rest. And Robert's like, oh my gosh, if someone sees this, they're going to think we're horrible parents. Like, no, they're not.
Oh,
I think it's
with
great.
all of his friends.
Yeah. So he's actually doing pretty good.
He's a little guy.
He is little. He's fine.
Yeah.
This luckily Harper hasn't figured out where he's sleeping. Otherwise, it would be a war.
Oh,
she's actually sleeping in a bed, and you know, one animal. She would not be having it.
And someday he'll decide to go up the long trek up
We're
the
gonna
stairs
try on
and
Saturday
stay
at
up there.
nap time that he can sleep up there because his room will not be super dark.
It is super high up there.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But we of course are in the other wing of the house, hauling things in, and I was thinking, oh, I should go check on the kids, make sure they're still in bed, you know, all good.
Not making any sounds.
Yeah. So I finished what I'm doing, and then Robert said, oh, hey, have you checked on the kids? Like, no, but I need to go do that. And so we walk back there. He's bringing in something for our closet, and we make it down the hallway, and we catch Wyatt. So the hallway leads straight to our bedroom, and he's just playing with a life vest that we haven't put away yet. And it's like, why are you out of bed? And it's late. He should have been in bed for like an hour by now. And he is like, and he drops it and he books it to bed. And it's like, yeah, stay in here. And then we go into our room, and there is lotion on a part of the floor, and then also on like a little
in
container.
The bathroom?
Yeah, and then we go into the bathroom, and we have this Pledge spray stuff all over the bathroom.
Oh no!
All over the tile floor, which makes it like a skating rink.
Oh
in the bath, it's
no!
like, what? And then there's this black stuff, and it's like, Robert, go get your son.
Oh
He comes in, he has black up here. It's like, where did you get makeup? Like, my makeup is not out yet. It is still in a container. And I was like, what did you have? He's like, oh, it's on the bed. What do you mean it's on the bed? So he's got lip gloss out. Luckily, it was closed. He couldn't figure out how to open that. And then we found he had a tube of mascara.
Oh,
so he was trying to put mascara on. I was like, oh my god.
Oh no.
So luckily, there's just a spot on that knitted comforter thing that we have on our bed. So it wasn't anything horrible or anything. There's nothing on the quilts. Oil. Yeah. So I was like, oh my god. Robert's like, how do you get makeup off? How is this going to get off his face? He's not going to daycare with makeup on his face. Like, Robert, I got stuff.
I got you.
I got it. So he's like, well, wait, I gotta, so he just gets a rag and he gets it wet, and he's kind of like making it kind of painful, you know, rubbing off. It's not coming off Wyatt, and Wyatt's a trooper. He's just not whining. He knows he's been bad. So then it's like, well, White, let me help you, and I get my makeup remover in. No harm, no foul. But, and then we make him clean up everything, and it's like, oh my god, why did I wait this long to put it on the kids? But he's never played with makeup before. Granted, he's never been able to reach it. Not sure where he found it. But yeah, so he had emptied 2 little traveling size of lotion.
Oh my gosh.
He smelled really good. But I think it was easy, just take the cup and just psh. It's probably pretty fun.
Naughty.
Yeah, so now he's not allowed in our bedroom unless he asks. So it was funny last night. He said, Dad, I want to go into your bedroom and just look. And Robert's like, well, why are you asking me? I was like, Robert, you told him. Last night, you can't go in there unless I'm with you. And like, oh, yeah, let's go. Thanks for, and then, but yeah.
Well, I think it's really hard because if you're in the living room or you're in the sewing room, you will not be able to
I need to put a little land cam connected to my phone that will beep. There's a little motion detector.
Movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Movement. Child is up.
Yeah. A little alarm.
Oh, gosh.
So yeah, but last night was good. He stayed in bed. And
it's just the
it's new, and there's things that aren't put away. So I know it's of course very interesting. Well, I've never seen this before. It's like, well, of course you haven't, because it's always been up on a shelf in a closet or whatever. So I know that it's just that, but they're doing really good. They're doing really good with having a playroom. We opted for me to share my room with Jack. So my sewing room and Jack are all in one room, so that we have a room that's just toys. It took him a couple days to realize, you can't just string them into bedrooms or whatever. But
how nice that now your living room and
they
your
really
family
liked
room will
it.
stay
Last
clean.
night we got home from daycare. Harper didn't make it. She was asleep. She was
It's a long drive. It's 20 minutes.
She was asleep when we got home, so we woke her up, and they went straight in there to play and left all their toys in there. So they're doing really good. I'm glad they have accepted the toy room situation, because I think
where all of the toys will be.
Yeah, because it's all a little dirty. It was like, I don't have time. It's fine. It's just toys. It's just toys. But yes,
Well,
so
really good.
every day is a new experience. But
Yeah.
they've realized that's their new home. And now that I've brought the Play-Doh
And
home,
that
it's
Nana,
okay.
they were excited because they were going to get to live with Nana.
Yeah.
And then there was a little bit of drama when they realized Nana was no longer going to live there. I was very excited that they wanted to live with me. And I thought, wait.
I didn't realize.
It's not too late. And Robert said it was too late. I could not live there.
So, Wyatt was sad except that Nana and Lizzie weren't staying. I said, well, we can go see them. They live at the lake now. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
So, yeah.
And then we were going to do our little commercial announcement, because it's kind of funny because, Brian, the maintenance guy, whatever, he does all of, he does everything, household, all of the all of the painting. Yeah. He does the yard work. He does electrical and plumbing. Drain. He loves to do tile. He does all of that kind of stuff, but he doesn't clean. And so what happened years and years and years ago, I think we told this story already once about when we bought the cabins, 30 years ago, and there was kerosene and grease all over a wall, and for 12 days I tried everything Simple Green. I tried everything to get all of this grease off of the wall, and they were ready now, and they were ready to do what they were going to do, and the walls needed to be cleaned. It's like, I'm sorry, I got nothing. And so he sandblasted it. And I thought, wow, if that's all you were going to do, why didn't we do that 12 days ago? But anyway, he just doesn't mess around with it at all. So there were some things that needed to be cleaned, and he was going to clean these walls, and there were some other things. And so he went and he got Citral. Now, Brianna has never used Citral before. This is an industrial cleaner, and here I'm wearing my Mother Earth shirt and Save the Bees, and and I do like baking soda and vinegar, and I like all of that. But if you have something greasy, something strange, something whatever, this stuff, you spray it on and you wipe it off. It smells like oranges.
So that's the worst. So I wiped down my cupboards pretty often, but the worst ones are above the stove. So above the microwave and those little cabinets that are above that, they get all of that extra grease and all that stuff. So I was washing those cabinets at the new house.
Because since I've been moving for almost a year, I've not been.
Yeah. And she left stuff in the cupboards for me. That was so nice.
I didn't want it.
See, we got a lot of sprinkles though. I'm just saying.
Lots of sprinkles.
My kids are gonna be so excited when we get sugar cookies out.
For all
we're gonna have this cookie with a little and then a whole lot of toppings. So I'm excited about our little sprinkle
collection.
Yeah. But Magic. Now, this magic is expensive, but
is. We did some searching for you though,
awesome.
because Brian just goes and buys it and it doesn't matter. Now, if you were to look on Amazon, I think it was like $18, yeah, for a can.
I thought it was more. Oh yeah, it's right, like
Walmart was like $27, but you can go right to
their website.
and
it was,
this is just a girl to girl.
Yeah.
We're just
Like,
telling you.
if
There isn't a
no.
a link.
It's Schaefer'sOilShop.com.
Can we zoom in?
I'll put the link down there.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not Schaefer's.com. I had to click out a few.
Schaefer's Manufacturing.
Schaefer'sOilShop.com. Because Schaefer's is
Schaefer's since 1839, always going beyond.
and they are actually, the funny thing is, Robert's like, oh yeah, of course you'd like that. I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? Yeah, I do. I love it. Like, Mother's Day gift right here.
She wants a case of it for Mother's
Yes.
Day.
And so if you guys think that you're like, oh, Mom hates scrubbing, the elbow grease is a pain in the butt. Dude, I get it. Get them a case of this, but also with flowers. Because if you were just to hand this cleaning supply over to your mom or your
I don't
wife
know
or
that I
anybody,
would like that.
yeah, you're going to be the doctor's
No,
mom.
yeah.
So do flowers and say, oh, watch these girls.
Yeah.
This is why. They said.
It's so
They
good.
said,
It
yeah.
really is good
It's
stuff.
so amazing.
It really, it
It's
cleans
'cause
everything.
all of those, like, top of the microwave. Just try a little smidgen.
the grease, and that is what it says.
A
It
heavy-duty
says
degreaser.
It removes adhesives, asphalt, wax, grease, rubber marks, oil, scuff marks, tree sap, tar, and more.
I believe
and
it.
it is true. Yeah, whenever Brian, my husband, her dad, ever has to clean anything, this is his.
The only thing he told me is that if you're going to clean a wall or something and then want to paint it afterwards, it's not going to work.
because it has like a oil.
Whatever. Yeah.
And
So if you're
it'll-
just cleaning to clean, boom. If you
Yeah.
are cleaning to prep for something, don't use that. That's the only downfall. But I hate to paint, so it's like, no problem.
Yeah.
So
Because on Schaefer's it was what? You had to buy it by the case.
you have to pay by case. It's a $12 case for $146 or something.
12 bottle case.
12
Can.
cans.
For
Yeah,
140.
so it's
So
like
it
$10.
makes it just a little over $10.
So buy one case,
go in
share it
some
with all your
friends.
mamas.
Yeah.
Put it in the stockings for Christmas. It is magic, guys.
Yeah,
I'm just
it's
saying.
good stuff.
But yeah, Schaefer's apparently, it does a whole bunch of oil stuff. So if you need oils for your car, whatever. Because Robert said, oh,
Well,
you know.
it's a man's.
It's a man's
Is there
thing.
such a thing as a man's cleaner?
That's
there
it.
must be.
And because Robert's like, oh, well, Coleman
Yeah.
Oil, that's who he works for, doesn't do that stuff anymore because it's not worth their time. I said, well, they are advertising that for the wrong person.
Mm-hmm. This is. Yeah, they shouldn't be selling this to men.
Yeah. It is a.
I mean,
everyone needs a
I guess
can
it should
in
be,
their
but-
little chemical drawer because, again, that's super greasy. Like, I want to
Icky,
try
black.
it on the outside of the barbecuer.
Oh, it totally works on your barbecue.
Right?
Totally
That
works on your
weird,
barbecue.
extra smoky, like Robert
Yeah.
has
Oh,
a Traeger
absolutely.
and that little
You just spray
sport
it.
part. Dude, barbecuer.
Wash it off.
microwave. The outside of the microwave. Don't do the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
That nasty cupboard on the very top of the rim, that all
Those
that
icky
little
things. Dude. Yeah. It is. It's super
That
nice.
is the best thing I
Yeah.
learned while cleaning. Is that I can't wait to take it to my house.
That's what she kept saying. Dad, I need a case of this.
How have I not
Bring in
heard of
one
this?
more can.
Yeah,
I need
he
a
left
whole
me
case
too.
of this. Yeah.
So yeah, so buy the case from Schaefer's, way cheaper, awesome.
Yeah. So see, we'll tell you our favorite socks, our favorite cleaning products.
It's you got to try it.
yeah.
It's cool.
good stuff.
And then Mom bought us because we had been eating
Pizza.
taquitos, pizza,
Anything.
nothing good because our kids
No.
were either at daycare with Nana or with Auntie. So
Well, you didn't have any supplies in your refrigerator.
we really didn't. Mom finally brought, because she stayed with the kids on Sunday so we could go box things up and load the trailer one more time. And she brought over some milk and cheese.
Some vegetables.
some carrots. The important things that children need to eat.
Some juice.
Yes. So that me and Robert, whatever. We'll eat when we're hungry and no big deal. So she brought over for that evening a meal kit.
She
It's-
brought the package because you were going to go get more, weren't
Yeah,
you?
it's really, really good. So Mom found, where'd you find this?
Safeway.
It's amazing. So it says 8 minutes in the microwave. I did mine stovetop because my microwave is still clean and it's, it doesn't happen very often. So
Because I knew.
everything is in it. The pasta's in it. The cooked, this was a steak pasta one. It was so good and so fast. I bet I had it ready to eat everybody
It's a good brand.
in 8 to 10 minutes.
8 minutes.
It's
that's what it says.
amazing. It's
and
just,
It had, because I knew that with dinner, it's same thing. You know, you either had to get something in the crock pot, which I should have done that. I should have just put something in a crock pot and brought the crock pot to you. So and I knew you were sick of frozen stuff. And so I thought, well, this seemed pretty easy.
And I feel like this didn't taste like frozen. I mean, it wasn't, but I mean.
And they make this, it was $7.
It's a crazy good deal.
Yeah. And it was, our Safeway had this grilled steak fettuccine one. They had a chicken fettuccine one. And then they had a meatball and tomato sauce is what they had. They had 3 different options. I mean, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, and it's fed all 4 of us perfectly. It was great. I feel like college kids could afford and eat good. You know, if they feel like, oh, I'm missing home, I need a home cooked meal, they need to go find this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna get a few.
Good. I'm glad.
1 or 2 in the freezer just for those, you know, long days. Like, oh, I'm just gonna do this when I get home because I don't even know what I'm gonna do. So I went to get a few more because Robert really liked it. The meat was it's good.
I'm so glad.
Yeah,
That's really good.
I'd never seen that before.
And it's in the refrigerated section.
Oh, sure. I'm sure it's not. Well, no preservatives and fresh.
Yeah,
it's
not in
fresh.
the freezer section.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes, you know, the frozen lasagnas, I mean, those are all good when you know, but sometimes you just want to.
Yeah, real food. So
that's
a really good one too. But yeah, the little one, it only serves 4. So, but if you're using a really fancy meal that you need to just do really fast, you know.
And you know, it's so good because I don't know if you guys read the comments of other people, but a lot of people will comment, and so let us know too. What are some other fast meals? It's like, I only have 5 minutes to feed the kids, and things that you can do, because that was my thing wandering through Safeway on my way out there. It's like, I need to get you guys some vegetables. I need to get you some fruit and some things and something easy. But it was hard to think of something that, if you're still unpacking and you want to eat something good, I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah, that was so good. And I think what's nice about that, really, if you are moving, it comes with a big plastic tray. You can actually put this in the microwave. You put all your ingredients in it, pop in the microwave, and in 8 minutes it comes out. So you would have no dishes.
I might have that for dinner tonight.
That's awesome. It was good. Robert liked it. And Robert's not
He's a picky eater.
He's a meat and potatoes kind of guy. The pasta, the whatever, you know. What's a vegetable? That kind of guy. So, it was good.
Good to know.
We liked this.
Good
Robert was even super excited when he came and saw, what'd you make? Oh, just
this.
I just do this together.
Honey, I wanted you to have a good meal.
I just do something together
just
real
thought
fast.
I would take a few minutes since you're, killing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is what my new cup says.
Killing it. I love that.
Killing it.
You know what cup I was going to bring, and I totally forgot it? Was my mom was right about everything.
I bought her that.
I'll bring it next week. Because I was like, I am living in a sea of boxes. Moving sucks. And you're going to be tired for a long time. All of these things should be telling me, you're not going to have enough boxes. That's all right, because I go home.
I said that.
I unbox all the boxes. I have
every
boxes
Friday.
to bring back.
I said, take these boxes. Take these boxes. Oh, I have enough. No, you don't.
No, I know.
Take these boxes. Take these boxes.
There's a few that ended up going in the garbage. Like, well, that's a shame, because that was a really good sized box. Yeah, I was thinking, I needed that too.
I bought her a coffee cup that says,
Mom's right.
I realized my mom is right about everything.
I'll bring it next week so you guys can witness it.
So true. You should drink out of that cup
all the
every
time.
Single day.
Robert told me that I should donate it to someone else. Like, no, I'm feeling it right now. Feeling it. She was not telling me lies.
No.
She told me I should start packing now. I should have started packing.
All these things. All these things. I know.
Yeah.
I wanted to do 2 quick updates. One thing, I thought this was really fun, because you're not a news junkie like I am, but 2 weeks ago, on Wednesday, we were talking about part of the SpaceX fell here in Ephrata. And I said, why would anybody care about that? Because where it fell, this farmer said, do not release any pictures.
Yeah.
Do not say where it is. Take this thing. I do not want people on my land snooping around. And I said,
so weird.
How weird.
Why would you do that?
Why would somebody, I wouldn't drive 2 miles out of my way to go see it. And that isn't even a thing. And you thought maybe it would be.
Yeah.
Have you watched, do you know?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, was I right?
You were right. All of these people. And some guy, a bunch of people came up looking for it. Some guy from Arizona who is
They came up here?
Came all the way up.
Dude.
And he was the smart one. There was quite a few people that were up here looking, because apparently people who find the space junk know that whatever this was that fell off, that there was 4 of them.
Oh.
So if there was one, there was 3 more to still find.
Oh, and they must be close since it landed here. It can't be that far
Gotta
away.
be here in Grant County.
That makes sense.
So this
Okay.
one guy from Arizona, he knows, he goes to the local coffee shops where all of the farmers sit and have coffee and gossip.
Chucker Hill. That's where he went.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So, so he's, chitty-chatting, smart man. He finds out where it is. He goes out there, knocks on the door. Farmer's wife answers the door. This is a true story. Farmer's wife. Now he's a handsome man. I saw the picture of him because there was a selfie of him by the divot in the ground. By the divot, right? I mean, why would you care? But no, he's here. He takes this selfie of him where this thing hit. Handsome man, tall, dark drink of water kind of guy. Farmer's wife, super friendly. Yes, let me tell you more. So she takes him out there to this spot.
What a sweetie.
Yeah. Farmer comes out with his gun.
Oh no! Oh my god! Yes!
Get off my land!
Get out of
This is a true story.
I believe
Runs
that.
him off.
Yeah.
Runs him off.
Honey, he was a nice man.
He was a nice man, honey. He's just looking for some space junk. I don't even know the rest of the
Bethel,
story.
I told you. No.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Well, as it turns out, he found 2 more pieces. He got just enough information from the friendly farmer's wife to find 2 more.
Wow.
Before, I don't know what happened. Got ran out of town.
Where you down?
Who knows what happened? Because farmers got friends.
Yeah.
And all of them have guns.
Yeah. You don't want to mess with them.
But anyway, he found
Wow.
2 more. There's still 1 out there, and there are still people up here looking for the lost 4th one.
Wow.
It is a thing.
Little scavenger hunt.
I know, right?
I thought
Super
it would
crazy.
be. I mean, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's like my scavenger hunt.
I like pretty rocks. I like pieces of metal that fell from the sky. Not so much.
Nah.
Funny. Anyway, you were right about that. So that's what's happened. And when we find out who finds the 4th one, we'll let you know. And there is a link. The
Exciting.
guy's name. It was a whole big article about this man, and the whole
Finding it.
story was in the paper.
That's so funny. That's good.
Yeah.
Huh?
So, and then the other update, we wanted to update you on the cruise, and we're going to do a live Q&A on next Monday, which is the 29th? No. First? No.
Is that the 3rd?
What is the date?
Yeah, it's the 3rd.
3rd? I knew I was going to get close.
Yeah, I was definitely for that in April by now. The 3rd.
March 3rd, Jared's birthday.
May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't have enough coffee.
And
I have other things.
Yeah. May 3rd. How old is yours gonna be? 26? How old is it gonna be? How old am I? I don't know. I think I'm
I always have to
29.
do the math. He was born in 94. So how old does that make him? Oh, if he thinks that we don't know how old he's going to be.
I know.
we're
I think
never
I'm
gonna hear the
29,
end of
right?
it.
Robert's gonna be 30 in February, so I'm 29, which means
Jordan
he's
was
gonna be
born
28.
in 91. You were born in 92. Robert.
Year and a half.
Jared was born in. Robert was born in 93. Jared.
Robert's in 92.
2.
90, 91, 92.
90, 91, 92. 93 was a free year. And Jared was
94.
born in 94.
This will be a year and a half. Is he turning 27?
28.
28.
27. This is because this is 1921.
Good week. If you have met, don't call today. Just don't call. Call Thursday.
We are so tired. So tired.
Anyways.
The current date is March 1921. We are time traveling with our vodka.
Yeah. There you go.
Anyways,
So, May 3rd.
May 3rd.
It is a birthday.
May 3rd, Jared's birthday,
Yes.
which is irrelevant.
Sorry.
We are having a live, not Zoom, live YouTube Q&A about the cruise.
Yes.
So if you are somebody who has already filled out an inquiry sheet, we've already sent you an email and you know this. If you are somebody who's already paid and you're coming with us, we've sent you an email and you already know this. If you are somebody who you've just kind of been thinking about it and you might want to come and you want to see what the 4 classes are that we're doing and the meet and greet and the Paducah tours and the other tours and the gift bags and all of that stuff, and you have questions about what if I want to meet a roommate, what if I don't, all of those kinds of things. That's what we're going to talk about next Monday, May 3rd at 11:45.
Pacific Standard
And Pacific Standard Time. And Ray and John, the brothers, from the travel agency, are going to be on that.
Okay.
And so they'll have, they'll be able to answer things that we
Might not
cannot
know.
answer.
Yeah.
And it will probably be a lot of things that we won't know. I mean, because this, well, no, we'll be rested
good.
by then.
Yeah. And then
So
the
we'll
other
be
thing is, if you're thinking, as you're watching it right now, thinking, oh my gosh, I have 3 really great questions, go ahead and shoot us an email.
Yeah.
Put your subject line cruise question,
Yeah.
or questions, whatever. Just send it to info@fabricpatch.net, and we'll have those here. So if you happen to be working at that time, not available to internet or whatever, we will read your question. We'll say, Susan B. from Chicago asks blah blah blah, and we can. So we'll try. It'll be kind of
Because
lengthy, but
then
we feel
we'll
like
save it. Because then, if for some reason
you can watch
can't
it
the
whenever
time,
you want.
Because we couldn't figure out really what time would be a good time. Because with work and we can say, well, we'll do it at 5 o'clock after work. But then what time is it for you? And so,
and
that's
it'll be
why,
it'll be recorded, so it'll be just like any other YouTube thing we post. So you'll be able to watch it whenever you're available to watch it, whether that's in the evening or next morning.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
It'll be good. And that also Monday starts our Mother's Day specials, because Mother's Day is a week and a half away. Thank goodness. I need a special day for you guys to come over and make me breakfast.
We'll help you do all your pots, because we've decided we're not going to do anything a whole lot of that this year. We want to see what's alive, what needs to be trimmed, kind of just lay the land.
I'm so
we plant
glad.
everything.
See, that was always my Mother's Day gift every year for as long as I can remember. Because here in our climate, we don't plant before Mother's Day. Mother's Day weekend, that's when the ground is warm enough to get everything in. So I will go do all my shopping and do whatever, and I get 1 day of slave labor. And even though my girls are moms, and they still come. They still come and bring their kids, and we have a great day.
Yeah.
And good.
It's fun.
I
She
love my
decided
slave
she
labor.
had
My
enough of that.
Mother's
You're
Day.
the best mom cups. So how about don't buy me anything? Just
I already
sweat
know
me.
that.
Yeah, just come do my lifting and mix my dirt.
Mix my dirt. We'll eat.
Yeah, so it's fun. It's good.
Plant. The kids go behind us with their shovels.
It's a really good idea. We keep trying to talk Dad into for Father's Day for us to do that for him. Not that he cares or anything, and he's hard to shop for because he just buys what he wants anyways. And how many 10mm sockets do you really need?
We need to have a work party up at the cabin for Father's Day.
Yeah,
To get
something
your
like
guys' little cabins done.
Mm-hmm.
Nails. Bring your hammers. Bring your shovels to come for Mother's Day. Bring your hammers for Father's
Yes.
Day.
So
Yeah.
it'll be fun. Yeah,
It'll be
so
really good.
we're
Anyway,
available.
so next week will be a busy week, and the quilt behind us is called Our Town, and so this will be one of you'll see this on the calendar. This is going to be a little series that we're going to do.
cute.
This is our pattern. There's a long story that goes with it that's kind of fun. Little Fred. And on Friday, they're not here yet, but I happen to know that we are getting 6 boxes from QT Fabrics, which is all digital.
So it'll
All
be
digital.
So we won't be able to have for this box.
No. We're getting it tomorrow.
Oh,
So
fabulous.
it'll be
On the
for
box.
Friday. Yeah. I mean, I know that that's coming in addition to the other boxes that are out there.
Exciting.
So I know that there are 6 boxes of digital that will open. They didn't. I don't know what the lines are, but I know that they do only digital fabric. And that's the other thing that'll be posting next week is we're doing that video about what is the difference between batik and digital and
Oh, that's
quilters
good.
cotton and
I think that's good to know. Especially I think there's a lot of you guys that are new to quilting essentially, or got back into it, or
and things have changed a lot.
or because of masks you decided, hey, this is pretty fun.
Yeah.
And I think it is hard to know the industry versus big box versus quilt shop versus, well, why does this feel like this and this one doesn't? And why is this one $4 more? It looks just like this.
Yeah.
So I think it is important.
Yeah.
I think it's
good to
cool.
know. All right. Well, we're going to let you guys go. The girls that were out at the retreat center were wondering if I was going to tell the man panty story about Brian, but
That is so funny.
I think I'm going to let that go. Oh.
Brittany's
Brittany
intrigued.
says, I'm intrigued.
What?
So,
You gotta say it now.
All right.
Or you can always save it for box opening.
Let's save it.
Two weekends. It's pretty funny.
I'm going to tell you really fast. I'll tell you the abridged version. So, because, now we live in town, and we've already talked about how we're not being those really nice neighbors, but what's happening is...
Teaching Pa, the old dog, new tricks.
Well, Pa is the guy that when he goes out to the ditch to get the water, the irrigation going for the yard, because we have a great big yard. You now have this great big yard, and it's irrigated water. He goes out, and he always wears coveralls. He takes his... Now, there's a highway in front of us. He takes his coveralls off and his shoes off, so he's in his boxers out there in the ditch.
Because he's decided that doing those waders is just too much work.
He doesn't like the waders, so he's just in his little man panties out in the ditch. And last year, I think it was, I'm taking a video. This is your father. These are the cars that are slowing down as they're driving by, and this is him out in his man panties. Getting into the water. Yeah. And it's like, no, he does not have dementia. This is what he does all the time. Yeah. And everybody's going, oh my God! What's that? He's my dad! So anyway, this is him. He doesn't really care about that.
Whatever.
But he's a very shy guy. He doesn't, he is quiet, but not so shy that he is.
It has to be done. So it's logical for him to.
It feels like he's not naked.
I need to do it. So I mean, he's just
he's just a sensible guy.
Short shorts. It's fine.
That's what he said. How do they know they're not my shorts?
Oh,
How do they know they're not my bathing suit?
We know.
We know. It says jockey right on it. But anyways, so it's noisy where we are because we're in town now.
Yeah.
We're not used to that. We're used to frogs.
Lights.
We're used to the sound of frogs. And so street lights. So it's very bright. It's very noisy. There's always someone yelling for their dog. There's always, a cop pulling somebody over. There's something going on. So we lay there in bed with the street lights, shining through the window and listen to the neighbors. And it's like, oh my gosh, we're never going to be able to sleep again. Well, anyway, so the other night, it was Becky's group, this really nice group from Ellensburg. They were out at the retreat, and so I got home and I said, I'm just going to go out there for a few minutes. And I truly thought I was only out there about 30 minutes, but so I went out there, and he said, I might go ahead and go to bed. So he did. Went to bed. I go out there, and we're chit-chatting, doing whatever, and I stood up because I was getting ready to go, and I must have leaned against the table or something. So, I don't know, all of a sudden, the front door, the slider doors at the event center, blows open, and Dad's face inside says, Cindy, do you hear that? That's your car. And then he shuts the door. And he opened it long enough for us to hear this. My panic button.
Alarm.
I set my alarm on. And so all of us went, oh. And so I pulled my keys out, hit the button. And it's like, no, you couldn't hear it out there. Yeah. And so anyway, I said, sounds like I've gotten a little bit of trouble. I probably should go in. And, we kind of giggled about it a little bit. No big deal. So I go inside and I said, gosh, sorry about that. You totally can't hear it out there. And he said, well, it's terrible. He says, I'm totally asleep. Finally fell asleep. He said, somebody was out there looking for their dog or whatever. And he finally fell asleep. And all of a sudden he hears this alarm. And he's thinking,
what the heck? Turn it off, guys.
You going to go check that? And he's laying there, hello, what is wrong with you people? And it's like super loud.
Of course.
And finally, he said it was like 5 minutes before he finally got out of bed and looked, and it was my car.
And
so then it's like, so then he gets his phone and he calls my phone. My phone is in the living room ringing. So it's like, all right, he has to go out there. So he put on my slippers and his coat.
And his little water changing skivvies.
And his skivvies. And he walks out there. So when he opened the door, that's all he's thinking is, and shuts it. So anyway, he didn't have pants on.
So funny.
And so then when I went out there the next night, and I told them because they told them the rest of the story, they said, well, were you in trouble? And I go, well, he was a little irritated because he was so embarrassed that it had gone off for 10
so
minutes.
You guys.
Before 5 minutes before he realized. And then he had to come out. And I said, and in fact, he didn't even put pants on. And the gal that was up closest to the door, she says, I know! All I can see were these white legs. She said, and a short robe. And I said, that wasn't a robe.
That was a coat.
It Anyway,
Oh man.
so yeah, so I don't know. We're those kind of neighbors.
Apparently.
We've lived in the country for 38 years, and we can't be turned loose in the big city.
That is so funny.
I know. I said to Brian, I said, I think that's like a felony. And he goes, no,
Isn't that public
it's only a felony
indecency?
if I pulled my pants down.
Yeah.
Everything was covered.
Yeah.
So,
Such a
anyway, oh my gosh.
I said he can be the crazy neighbor in his underwear all he wants.
He is the crazy neighbor. Well, or I am. I don't know. There's always
They're probably
something.
thinking, oh, these
Oh,
new
these
people.
I know. I think we're not making friends. I know. Between the screaming and the
From Deep
oh,
Blue.
deep blue screaming. Yeah. I don't even know.
Oh, that's
Anyway.
so funny.
Anyway, so yeah. So that's what happened. But all right. But next week we will be killing it.
Killing it.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And so we'll see you guys Friday for box opening
Yes.
and lots of stuff next week. So
Bye.
have a good week.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.